come to the real experience.
Oh man,
this is a huge update, and I actually would love to hear like Zach kind of comment on this. We're talking about loot box being maybe gambling, right? This is like straight up gambling. Yeah,
and that's why I want to see how this plays out, because they put in some control, right? To be like, hey, you can only buy 50,000 chips a day with real money, and we give you 1,000 chips a day for free. But
is it $1 a chip? What's the deal?
No, I don't know what the conversion rate is. I actually haven't played it myself.
I'm gonna look it up.
Basically, just know that you can spend real money to get more chips, and you can get chips for free, and there is a limit for how much real money you can spend. So on paper, that feels very ethical, right? But in my eyes, that's like just playing the long game. It's like, look, if you're addicted to this, you're going to give us that $1 million that you have.
Yeah.
If we get it in 10 days versus getting it in 30 days, I don't feel so bad.
Right.
You know,
it's the classic casino rule. They're in the long game. So I want to check this out real quick, actually. GTA 5 online new casino is great even when you're not rich. So this is a Kotaku article that we're referencing. Of course, this news is being hit in all outlets, but we'll just read off of this and give you a perspective. All right, so I'm actually going to... Right now we're covering...
Oh, man, I can't wait. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. I'm excited about this. Just because I want to see if, like, okay, can I strike now?
Yeah.
Right? Can I make my mobile game casino? Because I was like, with how many phones I know the iPhone is going to sell, I was like, if I can make just even some basic games and have fun with it, roll out some social features. I was like, this will be the last thing I do in the game industry. I was thinking about retirement at day one.
So Grand Theft Auto Online update went live today. The Diamond Castle and Resort update adds a large list of new content, including new missions, cars, yada yada yada. Players worried about how pricey this update will be surprised how cheap some of it is, but players can also spend millions if they want to in-game currency, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not money. Since the release of Grand Theft Auto Online, players have been driven by an empty casino near the northern part of Los Angeles. So crazy how they're building Second Life out of GTA 5.
Yeah, it's a digital world it's so vast that you can explore so much.
How many people in a server that can actually run around that you bump into?
That I don't know. I don't actually know how they.
Because that's the only missing component to this thing being like the next, basically player ready one. Player ready one.
Player one.
Ready Player One.
Things are going in that direction, though, right? Because if you look at 10 years prior to this, people were trying to do this with MMO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about what an MMO will be like 10 to 15, 20 years from now. Like the idea of Ready Player One, especially now that we have VR, there's going to be a big, massively alternate persona, avatar-based MMO experience.
Yeah.
It's coming. People in the trailer parks are going to live the millionaire lifestyle because they're going to be a social influencer inside of whatever this fake world that is going to be built soon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it.
I'm going to be an old secret spy still flirting and, saving people and doing like James Bond stuff when I'm 60. Mark my words.
Yeah. It seemed like the casino was going to be closed forever. Recently, after some teasing in the game, Rockstar announced the casino will be opening. The old empty building has been replaced with a modern, fancy exterior. This is the Diamond Casino and Resort, and it is the hottest place in the game.
Damn.
Man, they are Rockstar. It's been established. Rockstar will be creating Ready Player One and Westworld. Like they might as well just combine this Rockstar world and not release a digital copy ever again, right?
Well, we all know that there's going to be a Grand Theft Auto 6, right? It's going to be a fidelity update because it was started for that console generation, right? Like it'll be the PlayStation 5, Xbox 2, GTA, right? And that game will carry the entire life cycle of that console. So we at least know that they're going to do that, I guess, for the next console generation. So we at least know that it'll be at least 11, 12 years before we see them say, okay, now we just have Grand Theft Auto. Like, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just called Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Hop in and live your life. Our content is not single player. It is just content that anyone can experience at any time.
Yeah.
Missions ebb and flow based on user. Like I know they're cooking up something huge. They have the resources and they see all the data that's telling them to do so.
Yeah, this is insane. Like this is like a sleeper hit. Well, it's a hit.
It's a
But like the coverage, you only hear about once a few months, but also it's insane how this is not being like the front page of every news outlet, because the potential of where GTA is heading, all the shows that we're watching, it makes total sense that Rockstar is going to be the leader of like AR VR simulations.
I forgot one key thing, which might be why Rockstar is getting away with this and not so much other online poker sites or other places, right? There is a money in, money out when you're on DraftKings, when you're on online poker, when you're on any of these things. Like you're putting up like $500 to get chips and you're gambling, but then you could pull out $700 because you beat other people. So there is like literal income that you are pulling out of this. That's taxed differently than when you're like, no, the money that you put in this game is gone forever. You're buying in-game stuff, experience. This is legitimately gambling, right? But it's not like surprise loot box gambling. It's more like you know the risk, you know the odds. We tell you everything about the game. You know you're playing GTA craps.
Yeah. So
but you're never going to pull that money back out.
So there's no cash out feature.
There's no cash out. You're just going to...
There's no in-game selling to player to player?
This is the brilliance of it. You're buying the chips, which is in-game currency for that character. So your in-game character can get stinking rich. But what does that actually mean in real life?
Can you sell that on eBay as a character that for people?
Possibly.
Okay.
I don't know.
So it's not big enough that people are doing this.
I don't know if there's like I haven't played it myself yet, so I don't know if I could be like, hey, wow, I just won 8 million chips in the casino. Here's $1 million.
I've been ignoring the GTA Online for a long time, but every update they've had is like, that is something I definitely would dig into.
It's an industry now.
It's an industry, right?
They've created careers on YouTube. They've created millionaires for people who just stream like GTA content, like who come up with... People have been filming their own little mini shows. They've been... Oh, man. God.
I'm so out of that world. That's why I'm so surprised that people are not paying more attention to this. 120 million people is a lot, I guess. But like players have been driven by a casino and thinking that it's empty. The old empty building has been replaced with a modern fancy exterior. This is the Diamond Castle and Resort. It's the hottest place in the game. All right, I read that. At the start of the update, players are given a short tour of the casino and then let loose to explore and gamble. Unlike previous GTA Online updates like the nightclub update, you don't have to buy the casino and invite other players to join. Instead, just walk in. You will see other players from your session walking around the casino. So it is limited. I got to look this up. How many per server can actually... Because that is the next key to unlock right there. Maybe that's GTA 6, where they're finally, as you're walking around, is actual NPC, not NPC, but real players.
I would imagine that it really boils down to like a density issue, where when they say your session, I'm hoping that it's more like a proximity based, but also numbers based. Because for example, GTA is the kind of game where like you can just like you can create mayhem at a moment's notice, right? You can blow shit up, you can steal stuff, you can drive stuff off of ramps and cause bigger explosions. Like there's so many destructive experiences that are waiting for you in Grand Theft Auto Online. So if I imagine 200 people like all in this like one part of Los Santos all together, not one of those people is going to be able to make any progress doing what they want, because out of 200, somebody at some point always is going to be the person who's like, I'm bored, I'm just going to go screw with other people. You know what I mean? So I imagine that they try to keep the numbers maybe 10 people within like a decent amount of proximity. This is a guess.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now. So last gen console, the PS3 and Xbox 360, 16.
Oh, see.
Now gen is around 30. And I guess it is hardware limitation. It has to be, right? Otherwise, they would love to have like the whole world in there.
Sure.
But I mean, that's a good enough number to kind of get things going. You will see players from your session and walk around. It feels organic and less sectioned off than other GTA Online world. For this, worry about violence when you are in the casino. Players can't access weapons or fight with other players. That's good.
Oh, nice. And steal your chips.
Wasted.
I hit the big one. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to ruin it. Not having to buy an expensive property like in other updates means players can start having fun without having to grind for cash. The only requirement to gamble is a small membership fee of $500, which is cheap for most GTA Online players. Once you're a basic member, you can get some chips and start gambling. Chips are a brand new currency that is spent with everything in the casino. If you want to play some blackjack or some horses, you use chips. You also use chips to buy clothing, decorations, in-game money, buying chips. You get 1,000 chips each day you use to gamble. Players can buy 50,000 chips at a time and must wait a short period of time before buying more.
So check this out. According to this little thing I just pulled up, a shark card with $1,250,000 in-game money is $20.
Mm-hmm.
So for $20, that $500 fee is like nothing. It's insignificant.
Yeah.
Compared to if you just spent $20 and got 1.2 million in online funds.
Yeah.
The Megalodon shark card for $100, you'll get 8 million.
Wow.
8 million GTA bucks or whatever.
GTA bucks.
Oh, there's even more. Great white shark, Megalodon. No, it's got to be Megalodon. Yeah, that's the last one. 8 million. So I just spent $100. I have 8 million, and they're asking me for 500. Like I can see that. You could probably earn that in like a minute or two. Just
I'm just very curious because the reason why you can't cash out is why it's able to kind of bypass all those crazy laws.
Mm-hmm. Most of them, at
but
least.
I'm thinking they're gonna probably try to squeeze that in somehow, right? To kind of work around.
Why?
Why wouldn't they?
No, why would they?
Why would they to cash out on your money?
Because
well, not cash out, but like it becomes. Well, you'll be inviting other types of players, right? That actually would use the system. And,
you're inviting problems in my eyes. If they were to like legitimately be like, hey, this is
casino.
Online casino now, and like, hey, and you know what? You can convert your shark bucks back to cash somehow. Then like criminal underbelly, like laundering, then people coming in trying to actually steal.
Yeah, Rockstar Studios get rambushed.
Exactly. They're leaving it at, oh no, Michael is rich.
Yeah.
Right? Trevor is rich.
Yeah.
You're just playing the game.
Yeah. But I'm sure like
go buy that Lambo.
Las Vegas, if they're savvy enough, has to see that this could be the future.
I think
they need to have an online virtual Las Vegas.
I agree with that. I think Las Vegas needs to, if there is going to be a money in, money out digital system, the people who own Las Vegas casinos are already used to being the bankroll for a big loss or a small loss or whatever, because over time they always win.